what the Church of Scientology is so afraid of.
This is SPTV.
Welcome back for SPTV Monday Night Live.
Everyone, hello.
Hello.
It's the
Hey,
crazies.
before we get into all the action, of which there's so much to discuss, what do we have to give away this evening?
Oh, we have amazing stuff.
That's the part
What?
where you say.
Sorry. I just had a
you stole my
technical
mug?
flaw.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No. I had
Oh,
too
I
many
forgot
browser
to
windows
change.
open and all the audio started coming at me a mile a minute.
Yeah.
I have 2 SP bracelets, a bobblehead, and we have a merch giveaway link.
We got BFG hoodies.
Oh,
boy.
nice. I like that one, Marc.
It is
Yep.
nice. I was supposed to be wearing it, but I got too excited talking to you guys before we started, and I forgot to put it on.
Look, I got my Hail Xenu mug.
Nice.
Really
Oh,
nice
yeah.
quality, these things.
Yes.
Look what
Really
I have.
good.
Oh
I
yeah. We
have.
just got a sample.
How cool is that?
That's a mouse pad?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been working on and we have everything almost ready for all of the merch stores, and the SP shop will be on the same platform as well, so we can all be coordinated and.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, good. So we got the giveaways. We'll do that at 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, and then the end at 120. So much to talk about, you guys. Where do we want to
I
begin?
know.
I think we should start with the whatever stuff happened in the court, Aaron, because I saw that you had done a video, but I was on my way home, so I didn't get to watch it.
Do you mean the one I just did today?
The one about they sent something to the judge, or they sent something to the judge's boss, or
Oh, yeah. Scientology sent a nasty letter. They used their fake religious leaders for hire and sent a nasty letter to Judge Almeido's superior. So, you know, the
that'll
courthouse has like a supervising judge. That essentially Judge Almeido is attacking and destroying the religious foundations of the entire United States of America by fostering and permitting such religious bigotry in her courtroom in the Danny Masterson proceedings. And what's hilarious is that in the video that I did just like an hour ago, I speculated this letter was sent from an organization co-founded by a man named Bishop L.J. Gilroy. And I speculated, there's no way this guy's a real bishop, right? His first name is just Bishop. He changed it, like maybe he changed his first name to Bishop. And it turns out I was close. His name isn't Bishop, but he is a fake bishop. he is ordained by a church created by himself. And he's an ombudsman. He calls himself a religious ombudsman for this or that. He's an ombudsman of a company he incorporated himself. The guy is a felon. He served 9 years in prison. And
they're doing something good, right?
they're finally offering jobs to felons. Scientology has finally done something good.
It's kind of ironic that the only religion, quote unquote, that they can get to come to their defense is a religion, quote unquote, of one who is an ex-felon.
That's right.
Wow.
Guys, one of the ministers who signed on, there's like 20 some fake religious leaders that signed on to this letter. One of them's named Skip and one of them's named Chip. They got Skippy and Chippy over there.
Chip Murray and Skip LaRue.
They just need a GIF, and they're golden. They could have the peanut butter triplets over there.
And so what I did, because I knew that Stephanie would dig into the histories of all these people on the signatory section.
Stephanie Hutchinson.
Stephanie Hutchinson. And so I did a whole section where I just read the names and the affiliations of everyone in the signatory. In the last hour, I've been inundated with emails from people giving me evidence that these people are all bogus.
Wow. Surprise, right?
Signing on as signatories of organizations they haven't been with in 7 years. One person was on there twice under their married name and their maiden name.
On the same letter? On the same list?
Yes.
This is not for real.
Unbelievable.
So, this is so funny that this happened, Aaron, because Scientology, this is how they get away with this stuff. And this is what they've been doing for decades. But no one has ever fact-checked the stuff that they say. And now that, Stephanie is amazing. She fact-checks everything they say. And I want to say 95% of the time, there's a lot of thick stuff to be stepping in when she starts digging into what their claims, or even people that they say that they do put that are legitimate that they put on the letter. And you talk to the person said, I didn't sign that letter. I didn't say that. And so they accredit people to saying things about them that never said it. They might have went to a meeting or something, but they didn't say they support Scientology.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, somebody said in the comments to say what they said about you and me.
Oh. Claire made it in there?
Well, oh no, Claire made it in the letter that she was a low level, no, that she had no qualification, that she was only allowed to testify because she was a former member, and by that rationale, all you have to be is an anti-Semite to testify against the Jews, or whatever. They totally mischaracterized why Claire was allowed to testify as an expert witness. They called her a low-level member of the organization who was only testifying because she was a former member.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if I'm a low-level member, then so is David Miscavige.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Well, he didn't. He doesn't have a GED, guys. I hate to break it to you.
and not just low level because he's only 5 feet off the ground.
Well, come on. 413. 413. Let's be specific.
Oh,
so
boy.
the thing in the letter about me was they accused me and Leah of literally the way the letter read, like we chased Skip LaRue out of the courtroom so that we could scream at him for merely having attended the proceedings. And then it said, I assaulted the journalist that was with Skip LaRue and that she has filed a police report, which is the first time ever hearing of this. And so on the one hand, it's sort of funny if they're lying, but on the other hand, it's even better if they're telling the truth. Like if she actually filed a police report that says I assaulted her, I'll get a copy of the police report. And it is a crime to knowingly file a false police report. So if there's really a police report, I'll request the surveillance footage from the hallway of the courtroom, which is the courthouse, which is constantly under surveillance. And anyway, that would be a whole other. I mean, I just love when Scientology steps in a big pile of shit like this. You know?
Yep. They can't help themselves.
Well,
Yeah.
They also know that we need content, so they're always doing stuff that makes content. That's fair.
That's so that the paid ads that they put on our channels are going to get more views.
We'll have some place to run.
Yeah, but you know what would be really interesting, and I know we don't have like powers of discovery or whatever, but how amazing would it be if someone were to determine that this fake organization created by this fake bishop was actually done at the behest and the funding of Scientology, specifically for purposes like this?
Yep.
Yeah, unless he's signed up with a whole bunch of other churches to be on their committee, it's gonna be that dude better get busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
Hey, we're already at 2,500 people in the chat.
Wow.
Woo-hoo. We
That's
going for
pretty
another
good.
record-breaking week here, folks?
Yeah. Now we have to get record by time because we're gonna have 5,000 in 30 minutes. You know.
Yep.
Did you see that thing about the that accountant, the Mormon accountant who went to, was it 60 Minutes?
Yeah, I watched it on 60 Minutes last night.
Yeah, it's crazy. $150 billion. And you know, Dave would always say on that, I don't know about everything else, but for the AV systems, he wanted us to go see what they had up in Utah at their churches. That's what he wanted in Scientology churches. He was always saying how awesome their stuff was, and we got to get on the bandwagon, find out what they're doing and how they're setting them up.
Really?
Yeah.
How did he know what the Mormons had in their churches?
I don't know, but when we were doing AV systems, he was like, "This is the in the C organization, even in Scientology." L. Ron Hubbard wrote a series of bulletins called the Art Series, and Art Series number 8 was to find examples of something that you wanted your art to be like. And so our Art Series 8 was the Mormon AV systems.
I thought that even
suspect-
the tithing was based on, like this, what is it? The SMI tithing system was based on the Mormons.
It may be.
Yeah.
It's the same 10%. Or it
Yeah.
was. But I think, Aaron, probably one of the outside pros probably mentioned that to Miscavige at some point. one of the guys who had been to the Mormon Tabernacle Choir to record them or something and gone, oh my God, they have the greatest audio-visual stuff in that place. And then, so in Dave's mind, that then becomes, okay, so we have to do it like that. We have to be better than that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Or maybe he went to a meeting with Bishop, whatever his name was, and
yeah, maybe.
Council of Wannabe Religions.
So what do you think? What do you think?
What happened?
I haven't. Oh, are you there?
Yeah, we
yeah.
hear you.
I
You
was
were
like,
you were
wow,
talking
what
and you
just
just
happened?
stopped.
What do you think? What do you think?
You know what? I accidentally pressed play on one of the live streams, and so I thought you guys were talking over me.
See, that's what happened to me earlier when I froze during the giveaways thing. That's exactly
funny.
what happened to me.
Okay, I didn't watch I haven't seen any of the coverage of this the Mormon stuff that you're talking about, but I just know that one of the, like, there was $150 billion in like one secret account. What was the main takeaway from everything that's being revealed right now?
They ain't spending money on religious things and they're spending it on other things. So basically exactly what Scientology is doing. Hate websites, private investigators, writing letters to judges about nonsense. Like they're spending money on stuff that's not really a religious exemption.
Well, the one of the former accountants, the Latter-day Saints have an investment company that is part of their charitable organizational structure. It's sort of like the reserves committee in Scientology or something. And one of those guys got basically disaffected, to use the Scientology term, and said, this is wrong what we're doing. We've got all this money that's coming in. We're spending it to bail out an insurance company that's a profit-making insurance company. We're investing it in a mall, $150 million in a mall, and we're supposed to be spending money on charitable activities. And so he left and he wrote a 78-page brief to the IRS saying these guys are in violation of IRS regulations. The IRS didn't do anything, not surprisingly. The SEC then took action because, however the SEC regulations work, they were somehow in violation of that. Ended up fining them $5 million, like chicken feed. And
Right.
Then this guy, when asked by the 60 Minutes woman, said, well, I've given them all an opportunity to do what they should do, and they haven't done anything really, so now I'm going public. So we'll see if 60 Minutes results in the IRS or some other agency doing something, but they had a former person from the chief counsel of the IRS office who got interviewed, and he said, well, this is really political. Do you think that they will do anything? No, probably not. Too political.
But at least it's on the radar and it's not nothing. It is something.
Yep, I agree, Mark. I mean, the more of these things that come out, the more pressure there will be, the more people will be up in arms about this. Someone is going to decide, well, there's a big old pile of money out there that someone could get. So
the Mormon Church is a million times more influential and powerful and bigger and richer than Scientology. So the argument on this could go both ways. My argument on this could go, if the government doesn't do anything about the Mormons, that doesn't necessarily matter because they're probably much more afraid of the Mormons than Scientology. But the argument the other way is, I think, more to the truth, which is a powerful organization like the Mormons would probably be one of the organizations applying pressure to protect Scientology from certain actions, because the Mormons would be afraid, well, if they're able to do that to Scientology, then they might be able to do it to us. So if we protect Scientology, we'll be protecting ourselves.
Correct. That's correct, Aaron. That's the same with with the big Christian churches.
Yeah.
They see the Mormons as, a step away from them, and then Scientology and everything else like a long steps beyond that. But they're all the bulwarks against future intrusion into their creepy activities and their financial irregularities, which are legion.
Yeah.
And so that's why, I don't know, it's hard to be very, very optimistic about the government doing something on Scientology. But I think where I'm holding out hope is the Mormons at least aren't being accused of widespread systemic, wire fraud, identity theft, and financial fraud like
Elder abuse.
Yeah.
So, and I've always said when it just comes to the misusing money, that's a kind of a different argument than literally committing credit card fraud.
Yep.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
But the way that Scientology is structured, if they're not selling auditing and they're not selling, counseling, and they're not selling their courses, and they're not getting loads of money in, they always have to come up with a new way to get money, and usually that's shady. So I don't know how they're going to not be, trying to hit people up for these giant sums of money. But it's a good chance they're still up to nonsense over there in Scientologyville.
Yeah. Mike, what was the thing you mentioned before we started about Simon Pegg and Tom Cruise? There's something going on there.
Yeah, there was an article that came out, and I put it on my blog today, saying that Simon Pegg fears talking to Tom Cruise about Scientology. And anybody who doesn't know who Simon Pegg is, he's been the co-star, way down the list, but nevertheless, the sort of recurring co-star in the Mission Impossible movies for years and years and years, and considers that he has a special status as a friend of Tom Cruise. And he was quoted in an interview that he did with the BBC as saying, the one thing I don't talk to Tom about is Scientology, because that would be like too far. That would breach the friendship trust or something. I can't even remember what words he used, which is pretty remarkable how far down Mr. Cruise has come from being the guy who was presented the Freedom Medal of Valor for being the greatest disseminator in the history of Scientology.
Yeah.
And nowadays, he can't allow anybody to conduct an interview with him that doesn't agree to not ask him about Scientology.
Yeah, so much so that when his new movies come out, stories get leaked that he has left Scientology, which of course are always false.
Yeah.
But that's how far he's come. I know.
Decades.
It has. Yeah.
Decades. But what's so funny is you go back to that video. Have you ever seen an SP?
Oh my gosh.
Well, by definition, Tom Cruise is PTS.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He can't talk about Scientology. He's afraid to talk about the subject. He's PTS to the middle class for sure.
Yeah.
And probably just a PTS type A at this point, because he's so scared about the subject of Scientology that he can't even utter the word.
Yeah.
That's actually really incredible.
Oh, and by the way, did you see what Shakira said?
No.
Shakira said, hell no, I ain't. There's no Tom and Shakira. That is absolutely not the case.
I knew Shakira would never do that. Come on now, people.
Those hips don't lie. Those hips don't lie.
All they had to do was get a shot of both of them in the same shot, and his PR people went to work.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm telling you, this is how this shit goes.
Yeah.
They feed it to TMZ. TMZ then starts going, oh, maybe Tom's found a new love. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, and that's something we should bring up. In case anybody watches TMZ, they are in bed with Scientology. TMZ is 100%. So when Scientology wants a celeb story to go their way, they leak it to TMZ. If Scientology wants an ex-Scientologist celeb story to go the wrong way, they leak it to TMZ, and they make sure that TMZ dunks on that person. So I'm speaking from multiple experiences with them.
Yep.
So in case anybody's out there, you can unsubscribe to TMZ.
And
as
in
well.
case anyone's wondering, TMZ might be too much Xenu, or whatever you want to develop that into.
TMZ new.
Too much Xenu. Very good, Claire. Very good.
I try.
In the Scientology world, it's almost like it's funny because Simon Pegg, in whatever interview he was doing, in his mind, he's probably thinking, I'm going to say something that's going to help my buddy Tom.
Yeah.
But to a Scientologist, that is horrible that Tom's friends are afraid to talk about Scientology.
100.
Yes.
And it also gives you a tiny little peek into Tom Cruise, because if you're with him and you ask him something about that, you ain't going to be with him anymore. That's how that friendship is over for the rest of the time.
You could even argue that this means he has, quote, cowed and ill associates.
Yeah.
Right.
Meaning, he's definitely very potential trouble source or even suppressive.
I also made the point on my blog that who is it that Tom Cruise has ever actually gotten into Scientology apart from Nicole and Katie?
Yeah.
He got in that girl that Andrew Gold interviewed.
Through a dream.
Oh gosh.
That's true.
You could argue that he's gotten millions out of Scientology because people saw him jumping on a couch and they were like, hell no, that's crazy right there.
Yeah, but just think about it. He's been with, hundreds of other actors, actresses, directors, script writers, screenwriters, all sorts of people all over the world all the time. The greatest disseminator in Scientology history has never gotten one of them into Scientology. Not one.
Didn't he get Will in for 5 minutes? Will
I don't
Smith?
know if he did that.
Well, he botched getting Steven Spielberg in really bad.
Yeah, botched that one. To be honest, he also might be the greatest creator of SPs, because he was my auditor. Okay, that counts. That's it. You're done. You get that one. Nicole, Katie, Mimi, the kids, or at least the one kid, the daughter. There's a lot of he's making SPs.
He worked with Jason Lee. Jason Lee left Scientology.
Oh, that's true. We should make a list of all the people that went SP.
Cruise in. She got.
Oh
out.
yeah, Penelope. Forgot about that. They were trying to get her dad. We made a bunch of Castilian lectures in Golden Air Productions, and we packed them up and sent them to Penelope when they were together, and that didn't even work. Even have some guy pretend to be L. Ron Hubbard in Castilian. Didn't do it. Didn't do it for him.
Well, we're up to 3,500. Nice. And we got, 7 minutes till giveaway time?
Nice.
Okay, stay tuned, guys. We're doing our first giveaway in about 6.5 more minutes.
Yeah. Let's not forget to define blow up the chat when we do
the
giveaway.
Okay, so we had an issue on last week's live.
Not with you guys, just with Mark and I.
Yeah, we had we did giveaways on our live, and we had people that were automating merch. So you could do like 100 comments. One person could.
Well, I don't think it was 100, but the specifics that I saw was like 30. And when we factor in that we want, right now we have 3,600 people in the chat, and so limiting to like 4 or 5 times per person would count. It would still blow up the chat without giving unfair advantage, so that like one person got 40 raffle tickets into the spin, so to speak.
Well, I would say if we find that someone spammed the chat and won that way, then they would have their gift rescinded.
Well,
okay.
that gets complicated.
Yeah.
So this is why we're talking about this, because a few people might have been put in timeout, which hurt some feelings. And so that's why it's just good to air these things out. Like, hey, let's talk it through, folks.
We have timeout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goldie put him in timeout.
Ooh.
And we got our first performance. What do you call that when somebody writes a chit on you that like, hey,
No,
Goldie
it's-
put me in
no,
timeout.
Come on now. It was all friendly, but
Things that
it
shouldn't
just
be
is-
reported.
it's
Yes.
just good to air it out. Go
Annoyance.
ahead,
Annoyance
But I'll say
report.
this, when I tell them to blow up the chat, I'm wanting them to go me. Like once every few seconds should be okay.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
Because
Now,
everybody
see,
should be doing it.
This is what I was worried
We're
about.
trying to
Yeah.
get everyone to blow up the chat.
Yeah, true. But here's one piece of information.
We want you to
factor
blow
in,
up the
Aaron.
chat, not
Aaron, just-
obliterate the chat.
Yeah, and factor in that there's people on all different platforms. So, it's easier on some devices and platforms than others to get your name into the bucket. That's
Okay.
all. That's all.
Okay.
That's why we're talking it through. It's all good. No worries.
Totally. Okay, good. So shall we jump into the super chats here?
Absolutely.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Wake Down Cat says, sent 2 super chats last week. Didn't get through. Trying again. Claire, did you get my email regarding Marilyn's latest knitting creation for Bobble Mike? Sent picture.
So I didn't get the email, but I did see your message on Fourth Wall. And so if you could send me the email, claire@blownforgood.com. I did search and I couldn't find it, so I'll be watching for it.
Awesome.
Very cool. Oh, this is something I wanted to take up last week from Steve Britz, an amusing information point regarding 9 weeks at light speed. This is in reference to L. Ron Hubbard's Xenu story.
Yes.
There's nothing within 9 light weeks of us. The nearest star system is 4 light years away. More proof of how delusional LRH was. I need to correct the record on this. It's not that he said it took 9 weeks at light speed. The implication is that this is a civilization that had faster than light speed travel. That from wherever they were, it took 9 weeks to get here, but they were traveling at faster than the speed of light, which strengthens Marc's argument that if you're going to pick between Team Xenu and Team Dave, you're going to throw down with Xenu because these guys had mastered faster than light speed travel.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
they took
Dave's got
7.
nothing.
Yeah, they took 7 wormholes to get here. Okay. Dave can't even hide from a process server. Okay. These guys took 7 wormholes. Don't put your money on Dave. I'm just saying. It's just not a good idea.
Rural SD Lawyer says, commenting on Aaron's previous post, this is probably about bothering going after the judge. I wonder if Scientology is ramping up external pressure because they do not have any inside control, like over the jury or whatever, in the second trial. What do you guys think?
I think that's a possibility. I think it's also simply a matter of Miscavige is having little screaming fits. What the fuck is anybody doing about this? What's happening? Why is nobody doing anything? And so they go off and do half-cocked, cockamamie things. They probably found some letter that L. Ron Hubbard wrote to a judge in Melbourne in 1963, and you decided, see, this is what Ron says we should do. We need to write a letter to the judge's boss. And,
That's exactly what I was going to say, Mike. Would they dig up something like that, or they find something they wrote to a judge that worked in a case 20 years ago? They'll just do that, even though we're not 20 years ago or 50 years. The other thing is...
Didn't work then either.
Yeah. Tell me if this is accurate, Mike. When Dave gets into this kind of mood, this is when people pop, because he's throwing fits, he's getting violent, and he's pushing people that have been pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and you never think that person's going to pop. And then he throws one of his fits, and they're just like, I'm out. This is crazy. And they know... It's like people say this guy's having violent fits, and he's having a violent fit that we're saying that he's having violent fits.
Right.
So it's like, what? How are they allowed to say this? It's like, dude, you're having a violent fit right now.
Yeah. Apparently, Miscavige needs to attend kindergarten in Colorado, where the motto is, "You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit."
Anyway.
Man.
Yes.
All right, so here's the next one. Help me pronounce this, you guys.
Oh, this.
Frequenzo?
Oh,
Frequencio.
no,
Red-
no. He said it's like Shrek. He's been here
Oh,
before.
Freck
Freck.
Uneco.
Yes.
Freck Wenko.
Yes. Yeah.
Dear
Nice
Mike-
to see you back,
Dear Mr.
Frick.
Mike Rinder, I hope this evening finds you in good health. Well, here I am.
There you go.
Sounding much
Yay.
better, by the way.
What?
Sounding much better, by the way.
Oh, well.
He got some low end. He got rid of some of the low end that was resonating. So he's good now.
Okay, so another one from Shrek. Now, guys, do we think it's Uneko or Uenko?
Frank
Wenko.
Wenko.
Freck Wenko.
Okay,
Frick
I
Wenko.
was hoping you could clear up some questions I have from back in the ARS days. Well, we'd be
What
happy.
are they?
Yeah. We'd be glad to.
Okay, Darlene has a question for us. Should we write letters to advertisers that sponsor shows that hire Scientology actors? Fair game them. Also, there should be protests in front of Scientology churches. I actually don't think that's a good idea.
Me either.
What are your guys' thoughts on that?
No.
Why is that not a good idea?
Yeah. Well, so it just tends to shut Scientologists in my opinion. It confirms their belief that the world outside is a big, bad, dark place that's antagonistic to them. And that was shown to me when, actually I got a letter from my mother. I mean, may as well have been from OSA, but she referenced anonymous protests in that as like, look what you've done.
Right. Strengthening their resolve.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
And I don't think that boycotting advertisers that advertise on shows with Scientologists in it is A, ever going to be effective, or B, it's just the same shit that they do. So
Yeah.
why lower ourselves to their level? Let's be more effective and do things that are more useful than that.
Yeah, that said, I never will watch a Tom Cruise movie ever again, though. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Well, yeah.
I'm-
you don't have to give
Yeah,
them
you
your
don't-
money, but you don't have to write a note to Tide because they put an ad on The Walking Dead and Jenna.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Yeah,
that's
and
not, come on.
you're right. And as we've talked about before, in most instances, the money that Scientology pours into advertising, particularly on YouTube now with the many SPTV channels that have sprouted up, backfires on them tremendously.
Yeah. Also, there's only like 4 Scientology active actors right now, I think. So
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's-
there's no ads on Hulu.
yeah, they're not selling a lot of things for McDonald's or Procter and Gamble right now.
No.
Oh my God, we're late for our first giveaway.
32 minutes.
Oh, we hit 4,000, guys.
Yeah. Boom.
Yay.
Half point.
Okay, well, let's rock and roll. Let's get it done. Let's start
Okay.
blowing up the chat. Okay, let's say, what are we giving away?
Well, we let them pick depending on what you
Yeah,
get. We'll
so
just
it's
send
either
it.
bracelet, bobblehead, merch.
Okay.
There you go.
All right,
And
guys,
you're up,
now it's
Aaron.
time to
SP
blow up that chat, y'all. You know what
See?
I'm saying? Get in there and absolutely
what you
destroy it.
I'm sorry, Goldie. I really tried.
We tried, Goldie. We tried.
Burn the chat to the ground. Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click. Jennifer's the
Jennifer,
winner.
right.
Merch, please.
I wonder. Yeah, okay, Jennifer. Shoot me an email, Jennifer. You win. Yay.
Claire at
Email address.
blownforgood.com.
Yes.
There we go. All right, guys.
That was
Sweet.
awesome.
That was awesome.
You want to get the next one?
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, Denver Stevo says
Right.
greetings to all from the East Basin of Sheepnose Mountain, Colorado. Just minutes from Mountain Butte Peak. Aaron, now that you are a penological assaulter who makes threatening gestures, will you be heading home early? Hello, Osa. Yeah, they used a word in the letter that I never looked it up. They said penological. Actually, if someone wants to look that up for me.
It's probably
I'll-
somebody who
I'll
attacks
do
with
it.
words.
I have an MU. I need to look that up. I'll do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going home early. In
Make
fact,
sure you do all definitions and the derivation.
And the derivation, and I'll use it in sentences as well. In the study of the punishment of crime and of prison management. That's what penology is.
oh, interesting. So penal. Okay. Yeah, no, in fact, geez, depending on how things go, I might have to stay another week. It looks like the evidentiary hearing into the leaked evidence file may not occur this week. It might actually occur next
wow.
week,
Wow.
which would be
That's
well,
gonna
horrible
be
for me.
Well, you signed up. You get what you get, and you don't
I
throw
know.
a fit.
It actually does make sense, right? Because if you scheduled this hearing while the jury was deliberating, then every time the jury had a question or anything, you have to put the hearing on hold, and so it's a little messy. So it does make sense. So yeah, definitely not leaving early. That's for sure. Yeah. So speaking of which, if anybody wants to help with the Aaron Travel Expenses Fund, please feel free to send donations through PayPal and Venmo. It's not cheap living for a month in downtown LA, but your guys' support has been a really, really big deal. Okay, how do I hide the damn banner? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? Well, we got a whole lot. So this has to do with the letter that they sent to the church, to the judge's boss. The Unitarian Universalist Church is a pay-for-play church. Send X dollars. You can be a minister. I wonder how much it is to become a bishop.
We should so do that, Aaron. You and I can both be bishops.
Bishops, yes.
Yeah, we can be SP bishops. What are they going to do against an SP bishop?
Just like John Oliver created the fake church of perpetual exemption.
Yeah, praise be. Praise be.
The Church of SPTV. That would be amazing. Okay, Alexia Thacker wonders, were you able to watch movies or television in the Sea Org? If so, what movies were your favorite? Mark, please put Chicken in a Basket on your taste test list.
Chicken in a biscuit.
Chicken in a biscuit.
Yeah.
Chicken in a biscuit. Oh,
you know,
they have a really good chicken in a biscuit at Chick-fil-A for breakfast.
We've been getting so
make a lot of people angry, but
Aaron,
I'm sorry.
The next time you see me, I'm going to be so fat because I'm getting sent so many crackers. Oh my goodness!
But is chicken in a biscuit a cracker?
Yes.
Oh, that's a cracker?
Yes.
Chicken
know.
flavored.
It's a chicken flavored cracker. Chicken in a biscuit.
Okay, did not know that.
Yeah, it's getting out of control. Even the people at the store, they see me buying crackers for these videos we're doing. And they're like, what's this guy doing with all these crackers?
That's amazing. SPTV Tattoo Warrior says, please don't be offended, Mike. My withhold is that I listened to your book on 1.5 speed. ADHD girls got to go. Anybody be open the spreadsheet I sent? Any ex-Scientologist I could find with books, movies, or YouTube channels? Actually,
Yes,
I do remember seeing this.
I did.
Yeah.
I opened it. I got it. Yeah, we're slowly but surely in our off time getting organized here, folks.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not going to do anything with that spreadsheet. So if anyone else is going to do something with
That's
it, please.
okay.
Yeah,
please,
we're trying to make my Blown for Good website a repository, another repository where we can put a books list and we're just
great.
Because people are sending so much stuff, we can't. There's nowhere to put it. I don't have
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure that all out. But thank you guys. We appreciate what you send.
Yes.
So for the record, if we hit what was the record of live viewers that we hit last week? Do you guys remember?
It was 4,700.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
Okay, awesome. Wow, we're doing pretty good
We are.
Yes.
so far.
People like this. People like Monday Night Live.
So, guys,
I got an email the other day from this woman in Elizabeth, Colorado, which is about 30 minutes from us, and it was a picture of our littlest SPTV fan. So her 5-month-old baby, she said, gets riveted anytime Mike, you, Aaron, Mark, and I are talking. And she sent me a picture. I'll send it to you. It's the funniest thing. It made my day. I was like, this is amazing.
That is great.
Yes.
Freck Junko. Jesus, this is like the third $20 super chat.
Yep.
Mr. Rinder, your conversations with John Atack are friggin' awesome. How many of these have you done already with John?
Oh, maybe a dozen, Aaron. Like
Wow.
over a number of years, but I've been doing them pretty routinely. We did a whole series that was sort of my history in the Sea Org, and then just random topics. But I enjoy the conversations with John because he's such an incredibly thoughtful and intelligent and well-versed person on the subject of Scientology and sort of the mind and philosophy in general. So we have a great time. It's so ironic that John has become really a good friend. And I was me and Warren McShane were the ones that were dispatched to the UK to threaten him into submission back in the day.
I noticed
crazy.
this week, John Atek even already did an interview with Catherine Spallino, who came out with a book called Bad Cadet.
Yes.
And boy, there's so much we could talk about regarding the Spallino family and the Sea Organization. And did you do any of you remember Catherine Spallino?
No,
she wasn't at INT, but she was at PAC.
No.
Okay.
I started watching both interviews, and I also reached out to Catherine to interview her as well. So
Yeah,
fascinating story, and absolutely, yeah. Somebody also emailed me saying it would be great to do a segment defining the different schools and ranches and what they all
that's
were.
a great idea. We could
Aaron,
totally
maybe
do that.
you and I could do that.
Sure.
I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Yeah.
Totally. It's one of those things where, if we do it, it'll be out there. Nobody will see it. Like that's not how YouTube works. Like we could do it for fun, and then we could always refer people back to it. But I know people want like reference material posted in videos, but that's just not how people consume YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm still happy to do it because it's still fun to discuss it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing I found is that on your channel, on your YouTube channel, you can make a playlist, and that playlist doesn't have to be for your channel. It can be for all the videos you've been on other people's channels. So, like Mike, you could put your John Sweeney
I put a
video.
whole bunch of them up last week, actually.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, this one's funny. SPTV Tattoo Warrior. My bank suspected fraud in my account because of so many withdrawals to SPTV. Wowza. You got me, bank.
My answer to that is, hey, just show them your tattoo and you'll be good to go.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. They're like, talk about a cult. The bank is like, what are you getting these Target gift cards for, ma'am? She's like, nothing. And it says SPTV. You have a tattoo on your arm that says that. I don't think we should be giving you this money.
Okay. Alexia Thacker wants to say, Mike, ominously giggling through every live stream is the reason I keep coming back.
Who was the worst joker and degrader in the SO? Hands down, Marc Hedley.
What? Me?
Yes.
No, there was other
100%. Oh,
there were
my
others.
goodness.
I mean,
wasn't-
Bill Dendu was a good second when he was around.
Bill Dendu was
definitely a good
he
second.
was a legend. He was a legend.
legendary. But
No, I'm not worse than
I
Dendu.
don't think he had the longevity that you had, Mark.
I think one of my favorites when Marc was like, ooh, it's Thursday. You know what that means, folks? It's Musgo stew. And they're like, what? It's like, yep, everything in the galley must go.
I mean, there was some others that were pretty good. I mean, Dan Kuhn could be pretty good too.
Yes.
He
That's
was.
true.
He
He
was
really
very
excellent.
dry.
Very.
It was smart. It was smart J&D. It wasn't just a throwaway J. Like, also, I have to say, Aaron is he's a top tier as well. No one has ever coined an SPJ&D term that's 100% Scientology accurate. Out to D, what do you call it? Solo out to D assist?
Oh,
the
yes.
solo 2D assist.
Solo 2D assist? That's I mean, Scientologists are saying that, right? Yeah, you know that.
Yeah. Admittedly, though, I did not make it up. Somebody made it up in the practical section of the Flag Pro TR's course room. And it was a joke on how the solo auditors would fake their FNs is using the solo 2D assist.
Well, whoever came up with that qualifies for this list.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I just have one more to add.
Yes.
John Horwich.
Oh yes, absolutely. I used to tell when I would only tell this in Florida where it got real good laughs. But Aaron, how many Sea Orgs can you fit on a bus?
How many?
All of them. You know, when there's 75 Sea Org members and a 42 passenger bus pulls up, 72 Sea Org members are getting on that bus. Even if there's only 42 seats, they're all getting on. In the 80s and the 90s, they would cram them in like Japanese subways. They didn't mess around.
They crammed them in. They crammed them in so tight that I think those bus rides were the inspiration for many a solo 2D assist.
Yeah. And maybe a good seller of deodorant too. Some people would be ripe on that 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Oh
bus.
yeah.
Well, especially the Europeans who do not wear deodorant.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
even a thing. Like you're spending money on deodorant. Sorry, EU. It's a fact. When you guys come over here, you do not spend money on any products made by Procter and Gamble, which is today's sponsor of this episode.
When
Not really.
When Vinny Miscavige, as WDCFSO, was being personally handheld and coached through the pro metering program, and they would handpick people to come and hold the cans for her who were known to read an FN really well. One of them was a European who just stunk like a bucket full of garlic and onions, and that person had to be escorted out of the course room to go take a shower and put on some deodorant so that they could continue to work with Biddy. It was amazing.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Wow.
All right. Well, that got off into quite
We have
some
the greatest stories.
Oh, but hey, I'll just do another tangent for you. Speaking of John Horwich, you reminded me of a funny memory, which is when I was in Religious Technology Center, I was having to handle John Horwich, and one day he said, "I want to leave," and the only response I could say is, "No, you don't." I just had no better answer. It's just like, please stop talking.
You know, John Horwich was married to Diana Hubbard,
Right.
and they had a kid, Roanne.
Roanne.
But there are a lot of advices for Golden Era Productions, and some of those advices or some of those writings were turned into executive directives, Scientology policy for Golden Era Productions. But there's a lot of advices that talk about John Horwich, and also they're not very. Most of them are not very flattering, but about how he would hobby horse and he liked different kinds of brands of AV gear and which ones we shouldn't get because Horwich really is just trying to push that on me and stuff like that. But just another fun fact about Horwich.
Nice. Yeah, it's got to suck if bad things L. Ron Hubbard said about you are like enshrined in policy.
Yep. And everyone reads them because Dave wants everybody to know that person, even though there's a bunch where him and Marc Yeager got assigned lower conditions by L. Ron Hubbard for messing up some camera stuff when they were in when they were in the cinematography division.
Yeah, amazing. All right, Stephanie Stewart says, people watch all the housewife shows. Monday Lives and all SPTV are my housewife shows. Well done.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle Carpenter says, I keep getting ads on Twitter for the Delphian School. Who are these ads for? They literally say, based on the teachings of L. Ron Hubbard, and I can't imagine who's so taken in that they're willing to pay $70,000 a year.
Yeah, it's sort of a waste of money advertising to the non-Scientology world.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they do every once in a while get some of those people in because it's a private school, like it's an academy, and it's a boarding school, and they're super, super anti-drug, and they're in the middle of nowhere in the case of Delphi, Oregon. So if you have a lot of money and you want your kid to be insulated from the outside world, it's a great place to send them. And then you just have to worry about the occasional Scientology brainwashing attempt, and you're good to go.
And just so long as a valid and structural education doesn't really matter to you, then it's great. And enter at your own risk.
Yep.
All right, Nairu says, got my signed book and Xenu merch. Loving everything. Thank you for the fast delivery and personalized thank you from Claire. You're the best.
Yay. Thank you, Nairu. Appreciate it.
Ken's channel, I sent a follow-up AA run. Chip sent the letter to Bob Iger to not air the final Aftermath show, and Charada Walters was on it. Yeah, so two of the names that are on the letter to the supervising judge. Interesting. Okay, Natalie's wondering, are there acknowledgments of birthdays in the Sea Org?
Depends who you are.
Yeah,
And
if you're David Miscavige.
And it also depends on your definition of acknowledgement.
Right. And what condition your stats are in.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
Like, Since I've been writing my book, I remembered. Oh yeah, 3 days before Marc escaped without me, he had radioed me at 2:00 in the morning and said, "Hey, it's your birthday. Do you want to go to Denny's at 2:00 in the morning?"
We would literally,
I couldn't go. That was the sad part of that story. So yeah.
Yeah. Then I blew 4 days later. Happy birthday and see ya.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Unless you're an important Sea Org executive, the most likely way your birthday will be acknowledged, if at all, is during meal times. All Sea Org members have to sit in an assigned at a mess at an assigned table. And usually you're somewhat friends with the people at your table because you eat with them at every meal usually. So maybe someone will get you a cupcake, and maybe your table will sing you happy birthday. That's the best shot that you've got. Otherwise, nothing.
And just your table.
Uh-oh, what happened to the audio just now?
That was me. Sorry.
Marc
I'm out.
Buzz. He'll come right back in.
Oh, okay.
We've been having audio BTs. I'm so sorry.
Oh, boy.
I'm back.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, all right. Miss D says, AA Ron, it was great meeting you on Saturday. So guys, we did so ex-Sea Org member, ex-Scientologist Laura Anderson. You guys might know her as Megan. Laura, you guys know who I'm
We
talking
know her
about?
as Laura.
Yeah,
She's
we
a
know
rocker.
Laura.
Yes.
And
Laura.
she put on a fucking amazing show with her and Serge and a saxophone guy and a violin guy, just the four of them. Couldn't get the whole band because it was booked at the last minute, and it was amazing. And so a bunch of ex-SO guys came out, a bunch of ex-Scientologists, staff members, former public, and all you had to do is mention SPTV. You can get in free at the door.
Yay.
It was really a blast. It was awesome.
That sounds awesome.
That does sound awesome.
That's a good meetup right there.
Yes.
How did
Molly
you guys? So Scientology just didn't know it was going to happen.
Well, they knew because I promoted it on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube.
Remember, we tried to do a meet and greet in Clearwater, and we couldn't go eat anywhere.
Afterwards, we couldn't go eat anywhere.
Yeah. They wouldn't let us in any of the restaurants in
Yeah.
downtown Clearwater.
That sucked ass. Okay, Lathander Grauklinga says Scientology is using the same fake assault claims against Aaron as they did against Mike with his ex-wife. Old horses don't learn new tricks, right?
Yep.
This is a weird one though, because they haven't gone public with these things. I actually didn't even realize it was in the letter until I was reading it on my channel. So now what would be amazing is if they actually trotted out Eva Mahoney and Skip LaRue to fabricate this story of assault. I mean, this could get interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. What else do we have? My 8-year-old wants a shout out. Say hi, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. Hello.
That's awesome. Marilyn Honig. Hi, everyone. So glad to be back in the chat. You're all awesome.
Yay,
Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Look over there.
Yeah, my guy's sitting on the sofa back there with Mr. Bill.
Okay, so here's one. How much of OT8 is true? As in, do Scientologists literally believe that LRH is the equivalent of the Antichrist? Would, say, someone like Tom Cruise believe this? It's only the first version of OT8 that mentioned the Antichrist stuff. The current version of OT8 doesn't say anything about that.
Right.
And there's literally nowhere else in Scientology where L. Ron Hubbard says that. So it's not a thing that people believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair to say? Does everyone agree with that?
Yep,
Yeah.
I do.
Yep.
You know,
Okay.
I don't remember where this came up, Claire. Where did this thing come up about Mission Earth? That thing about...
So listen, I was watching Ono Nora's interview with Andrew Gold, and at the beginning of that, she was talking about Mission Earth, which just triggered so many memories for me because I read all 10 volumes of Mission Earth when I was 14 years old. So the bad guy in Mission Earth is Sultan Grease, and his cohort is a teenager who he engages in activities with by the name of Teeny Whopper. But in going through all of this, I was saying to Marc last night, I'm like, so L. Ron Hubbard wrote 10 volumes of Mission Earth between 83 to 85, and they were published in 85 and 86. And yet there are no OT levels.
Yeah.
Stating the
Think
record.
about that. He wrote literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of words about all this science fiction, and he couldn't even be bothered to write about OT 9 and 10. And at that, it was around the same time. Is it Sarge? Is that his name?
Yep.
Sarge Fowl?
Sarge
Fowl.
that was saying that he was trying to electrocute the body thetans out of himself at that time. It was around that time, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So there is no OT 9 and 10.
it's I would say it's gentle to call Mission Earth smut.
Oh,
gentle.
wow. Yeah, it's some pretty hardcore. Like, you could not make an R-rated movie of Mission Earth and stay true to the script.
You couldn't even get it aired.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It'd be on the internet for sure.
So
Yeah.
did L. Ron Hubbard write both Mission Earth and Battlefield Earth during his years in seclusion?
Battlefield, yes.
Wow. That is an amazing amount of writing.
That's
to
what
not
that's.
write OT.
I know
And that's
that
the
was the
point.
thing that
Yes.
made me. She was talking about how Mission Earth was all smutty and all that, and I thought that's not the takeaway. Okay, yes, Mission Earth is very pornographic full time, but okay. Besides that part, he wrote all that science fiction. He could have been writing the rest of Scientology's bridge, but instead he chose to
Yeah.
write fiction, and that's where I was like, the dude never stopped. He was writing fiction in the beginning and in the middle and in the end. Period.
Yeah. It definitely speaks to his frame of mind in those years.
Yes.
Right.
Very clearly. Yeah.
Wow.
He also
this
didn't write anything about the succession.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. He wrote so much nonsense, but he couldn't have been bothered to write any of the stuff that they really needed.
Yep.
Mark, is this true? It's Ketone Warrior. So I just finished re-listening to Mark's book. The first restaurant meal he had after blowing a beef dip sandwich. No way.
I think it might have actually been, and that was the funniest thing about this whole thing, Aaron. When I was watching you live and when you said you'd never had a French dip sandwich, I literally fell out of my chair. I was like, what? How can you have never had a French dip sandwich?
Oh, but then again, you grew up in LA and it seems to be kind of an LA thing.
No.
Well, no, it's, I mean, I just had one. I literally had one when we took Claire out for Mother's Day. We had a really nice dinner with the boys.
But Cole's restaurant here in downtown LA says it's the originator of the French dip sandwich.
Yeah, and
That's
so does
why it's called
Philippe's.
French dip,
I know,
right?
but so does Philippe's up the street.
So does
You're
Pierre's in
telling me.
Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You're
exactly.
telling me Cole's is lying?
Do you know that France is claiming responsibility for creating the French fry? I'm
can't
just
trust.
kidding.
You cannot trust the French.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh,
Anyway,
I don't know about that.
I don't think it was. Gosh, it might have. I'd have to look in the book. I don't know. The first time I read my book was when I did the audiobook. That was the first time I read my book.
Who wrote it?
Well, I wrote it, but it was edited by Claire and others to cut it down, and it was just like, yeah, okay, go out.
Nice.
Right.
All right. So we're getting 2 more minutes until our next giveaway. John Sistowski says, I was thinking ex-Scientologist YouTubers plus subscribers equals SPTV strong, a force for change. Like it. Nice.
Yes.
Mystic Wolf merch idea. Bookmarks for everyone who has written one. My OCD would love it.
Bookmarks for everyone who's written one.
Like
Everyone has written a
bookmark,
book.
you
No,
know.
I get it. That's a
Yeah.
great idea. I
It
love
is
it.
a great idea.
Note that down, Claire.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Okay, so Aaron Delarme. Not that any of you would, but would Scientology ever let any of you back into the fold, or are you all basically blacklisted? My thinking is they would love to keep you quiet that way or punish you.
Well, so speaking for Mike, Mark, and I, since we were all at the headquarters, there's an LRH advice, so it's not public knowledge. Usually when somebody leaves Scientology, there's a policy that says, oh, you just always leave the door open a crack. But for people that were where we worked, he says you bolt it shut and you don't ever let them back in.
No.
So that's-
You weld it shut with an atomic branding iron. That's exactly what the words are.
Alrighty then.
Yep.
Wow. Okay,
But
45.
of course, back in the fold is defined differently by different people.
Yeah.
I mean, Marty is back in the fold.
Well,
in
he's
some
off the
ways.
he's off the board. He's not in the. They just took him off the board.
Well, no, they did
true.
more than that. They did more than that.
Right. But I'm just saying, we would never be able to go back into the Sea Org. But if we were willing to do their bidding for whatever, in whatever their demands were, they would, start using us to attack
Yeah.
the other people.
Yeah, they would. I don't think. I don't think they wouldn't be willing to make some sort of deal. But I'm also pretty sure they know we're not. We're past.
We're
the
not in
deal.
the deal business. But
Yeah,
No, we are.
We're not in the
We are.
business of making deals with them, so we're kind of we're out of reach. I think that's what I would assume that if I was them.
Yep. And on that note, it's time for a giveaway. Woohoo!
There you go. Also, something Scientology does not like to do. They do not give things away, just so you know.
So is this me now?
Yes.
And
Y'all
you
know
get
what to do.
whatever you want?
Yeah. So
What-
you either say book, bobblehead, or merch.
Yeah,
Oh,
spin the
wait.
wheel.
Wait, book.
Yeah,
And we
bobblehead.
also have a bracelet.
Book
SB
bobblehead bracelet.
Yep.
Yeah, or merch.
Yep.
Okay.
And special
so-
thanks to Stacy Y, who has been donating bobbleheads to every new SPTV founder. Literally, like
Creator.
Creator, yes, there you go. Creator. SPTV content creator. So thanks to her, I sent a bobblehead to Jackson, to
She's
Janice.
literally buying them and saying, "Give this to this person. Give this to this
Yes.
person.
Wow.
Give this." So
Yes.
there's going to be
cool.
bobbleheads and bracelets pretty much on every single SPTV channel from people that are donating them for the other channels.
Terrific.
Incredible.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
5, 4, 3. I'm not even looking. 4, 3,
Wow.
2, 1. Click.
Book.
Oh, all
Okay.
right.
Now this is we got to figure this one out, Claire.
She
because-
just Karen the Philly Girl 9669. Please
Yeah, but
just email me.
Does she want Mike's book or does she want my book?
Oh.
I guess it'll be our book. It's our book is the
Yeah.
giveaway book because
Yeah.
Mike doesn't have a stock of books, so it's
Okay.
my book. You get it.
Yeah. That's what you get. So shoot me an
That's
email
what you
with your
get. You don't
address,
throw a
please. Claire at
We got-
blowingforgood.com, and I'll take care of it.
We got 2,800 comments in that little period there.
Nice. And we're up to
Bada
45.
boom.
We're up to 45
Bada
in the
bing,
chat.
bada boom.
4,500 in the chat right now, folks.
Nice. All right. So next giveaway is in 28 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Okay.
only about half of the current viewers have hit that like button, guys. Help us out. It's free. It's quick. It's easy. Hit that like button. It helps push out notifications to all those people that YouTube forgot to send them to.
And most especially, Osa hates it when you hit the like button.
Yeah.
David Miscavige sheds one tear for every like.
Yes.
Yes.
David Miscavige gets David Miscavige gets one extra body thetan for every subscribe button that you click. And if you hit the bell notification, he gets 5 more. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, 4,500 live viewers at 1 hour in is probably a 1 hour record.
I think it
Yay.
100% is. We almost got to the 4,700 at the 2 hour mark.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Wow. Yay.
Okay, so here's another one that was referring to the letter that was sent to the judge. Never heard of most of those so-called religions. Of course they're not real. Pin the dramatic music just when it couldn't get crazier.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They cannot help. Like, if there is a foot and there is a bullet, they got to pull that trigger.
They're like magnetized in Scientology.
Yeah.
They cannot avoid it at all costs.
So, Mike, I wonder if this is an Australia joke. Wait, what says, I know Mike doesn't want his audience named, but I'm throwing out the Rinders Fringers. You guys are great.
Fringers.
What's a
Fringes?
fringer?
I think it
Like
might
fringers,
be
like
fringe.
fringe of
Fringers
the
from the
internet.
fringe of the internet.
Yeah.
The Rinder Fringers.
Rinder's fringes.
I actually like that. The
Well,
Rinder
but
Fringers.
You know what Clara did was, and people have been saying this. They're like, Mike's followers should be blobbleheads.
Yeah, the blobbleheads.
Oh, my goodness. That's actually really funny.
Right?
The blobbleheads.
Yep.
And there's another guy that said they should be the Mike's Knights.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. My cats ate your socks.
Okay.
Greetings from Chicagoland. The new Chicago org is going in next to the Columbia School of Broadcasting. Is there something strategic about buying that particular spot like that?
Nope.
Old building, cheap,
Yeah.
big, empty,
empty.
and they can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah. Rachel Harmon, can't wait for Claire's Where's Shelley series.
Dropping
Yay.
tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow. Woohoo.
Is it really?
Yep,
Yes,
tomorrow
and so-
morning.
So the first interview to establish the whole series is me interviewing Marc about our mutual experiences, and then from there
With
forward,
Shelley, specific to Shelley.
specific to Shelley, and then from there forward, I'm interviewing people who knew her at all different times, including Mike, including Janice Gillum Grady, including the beautiful and amazing Ms. Leah Remini, and on and on and on. It's gonna be a deep dive into who is Shelley, and most importantly, keep the question current as to where is Shelley.
Nice.
Wonderful.
So hey, what time is that going to go live?
Tomorrow morning. I think it's at 8 a.m. Central Time. Just
I mean,
premiering.
I'll tell you why I'm asking. I'm pre-recording and scheduling for a bombshell Danny Masterson video that's going to go live at like 9 a.m. California time. I don't want to step on your guys' toes.
Oh, okay.
But you guys aren't doing a live. You're just like the video is just publishing. It's not a live.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
just a premiere of the series.
It is a live premiere.
Yeah.
No, it's not live.
Well,
it's pre-recorded.
It's a premiere.
If it's a live premiere, it
Yes.
is technically it's live.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
premiere.
Oh.
Okay, fine. All right,
Okay.
all right. We'll chat afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, truth or spoof. Thank you, truth or spoof. Donna Dwyer, what is PTS? Expert,
Potential-
Take it away, expert.
Yeah.
Potential trouble source. It means that you are connected to someone who is a suppressive person, and therefore you are likely to get ill, to be cowed, to be doing poorly in life, or to be doing great and then very suddenly crash, otherwise known as roller coaster in Scientology.
Yeah. Jennifer Johnston, Simon Pegg and the royal family need to pump the brakes with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Did you guys see the footage of who's the prince? Now it's the prince. Who's the prince? Number
Harry?
one prince.
Harry?
No,
Or
no,
William.
he's the spare.
William is
William.
the William.
Yeah, he's the spare. William
And
and
Kate.
Kate.
Did you see the footage of William boxing Tom Cruise out of a conversation?
No.
It was incredible.
He,
Wow.
like Tom Cruise was trying to get in. He was like, no.
William literally shifted his feet and his body to block Tom Cruise and finish his conversation. It was incredible.
Wow, I'm going to look that up just for satisfaction purposes.
Yeah, I might turn it into a short.
Nice.
Okay, so
That sounds like a sure thing to me.
has Erin told Leah that she got accused of assaulting someone? So actually, once I finished that live video, I did call Leah, and I'm like, "You're not going to believe this shit." First of all,
Oh,
the
she
language,
assaulted him too?
the letter accused me and Leah of screaming at this minister, and then accused me of assaulting the woman who was there with the minister. It didn't accuse Leah of assault. And by the way, I
Okay.
assume that by assault they mean verbally assault. But anyway, it was weird. Anyway, I called Leah. I'm like, "You're not going to believe what this letter said." I think this stuff is hilarious. It actually gets Leah really mad. It pisses her off that Scientology gets away with this shit. And I'm like, they can get away with it all day long because we're going to make fools of them on YouTube. But yeah, so I did tell her. But anyway.
It didn't
So
go
that-
the way you thought it was going to go.
Well, I think it's funny. It makes her angry.
I
And
know she gets.
I wouldn't have called her to make her angry.
I know
Yeah.
she'll go on a rant if you tell her the wrong thing about the wrong person, especially if she knows them.
Yep.
Okay, so we got rid of that one. Okay, Emily Case. Does Scientology still get new members? Would they ever get desperate enough that they would take someone with a history of seeing a therapist? I actually have a thought about this. What do you guys think?
I am sure that they have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure that they have.
they're
Just
not
like
supposed to.
recruited people with LSD into the Sea Org.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't really, you didn't really get treated. It was a community something. we've got a way around this. If you got money or a life to hand over, you can basically be assured that you will find someone in Scientology who will bend the rules in order to get their stat up.
100%.
So I just realized the story that I was about to tell might have been a story I heard from Claire. So Claire, did you tell me you were assigned by Shelley to do a research project looking for something L. Ron Hubbard ever said that would justify allowing Jim Carrey to do the purification rundown, even though he'd had a huge history of being on psychiatric medication?
Yep, 100%. And her approach was, if someone's on psychiatric drugs, then find something where Hubbard says, use the purification rundown as a vehicle to get them off the psychiatric drugs, because it was a deal breaker. So yeah, I searched, the source information retrieval libraries for thousands and thousands of documents, searching for something that would make it okay. I did not find anything conclusive, but I did find some things that were worthy of my research packet that I submitted to Shelley.
And to the best of your knowledge, was that ever approved?
No, well, I don't think he ever agreed to it.
But they might have actually made an exception. They were going to let him.
Yep.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
Yep.
And as we know, Jim Carrey was going out with a Scientologist who was actively online, Catriona White.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you know if that's why this was being done, because he was dating a Scientologist?
I don't know. They don't give, there's not a whole lot of free information flow. Even at the level we were at. Not a whole lot
It's
of
all
explanations.
siloed.
It's just like, do this research project. Yes, sir.
Incredible. Okay. D.S. Sniken or D. Sniken. We'll never know. Enjoy all your channels and live chats. Thank you very much.
It's DSNY Ken.
How do you know? Oh, yeah, of course. That makes sense. But what does DSNY mean?
Who cares?
Okay, good. All right. You make a strong argument there, Mark.
I can't wait for the super chat where DSNY Ken says, no, it's just Nikon.
Indisputable trouble source. Ooh, I like that. Aaron and Mike, thoughts on Kelly Cracker's intro? I thought it was great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
She is a
God.
very, very talented person.
Yeah.
Old Kelly Copter
So
has
funny.
really got her act together.
Yeah.
If I'm ever feeling down during the day, I just watch that Cracker intro.
I know.
All is good.
I
cannot watch it.
hope Stephanie is enjoying it.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that I thought they were actually referring to the awesome other intros
Yes.
he edited up for Mark.
That's what she was talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Claire's just saying Kelly also made the Cracker Liquor intro as well.
There we go.
So, which is hilarious. And she did that on her own. I didn't tell her to do that. She just
Well,
did
you
it
just
and said
asked
it.
for it
You
last
threw it out
Monday.
on a live stream.
I did ask, but I didn't think she
If
would
someone
stop
could
doing
put
what I
together
was having
a
her
rap
do and then
video
do that instead.
with, Crackle Liquor, Crackle.
Oh, it was so good.
Incredible. Well, it did for a second just flash past 4,700. It dipped down a few just now, but 4,700 up. Okay, it's going backwards. We'll keep going. Pete in Toronto.
Stop talking, Aaron. It's going backwards when you're talking.
Do I have this right? Scientology provided Mark room and board while he did on-the-job training to learn how to make high-quality audio and video productions. Big mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, new standing order. Nobody may be... It's a new standing order preventing any SEERG members from learning how to do high-quality audio and video work.
Yeah, exactly.
So there it is, guys. Jesus, it keeps going back and forth on the.
Oh, I saw
4,700 mark.
it too. It was over 4,700. Woohoo!
All right. Well,
Thanks,
just like the
everyone,
Jehovah's
joining
Witness,
us.
just like the Jehovah's Witnesses, if two people witnessed it, then it occurred.
And if there was only the victim there, it never happened.
Oh my gosh!
And just like the Mormons, we don't give back. So once you've joined, you can't leave. So
That's
now
right.
we're up to 4,707. There you go.
There you go.
Yay! Boom!
Okay. Next giveaway in 16 minutes. Cinnamon
Nice.
Whiskey wants to know, how do we get in on the giveaways? Love all the SPTV shows and your mission. Debbie Seamanowski, This is
Whiskey.
see why they call me cinnamon whiskey.
Yes.
Nice.
There you
Cinnamon
go.
whiskey.
That's good.
Semen
So
and whiskey.
Siemianowski. That's it. Siemianowski.
Yeah, there you go. Cinnamon whiskey.
it.
I like cinnamon whiskey.
Cinnamon whiskey
Absolutely.
is good.
Okay.
Nobody answered that question.
Oh, but how do you get in on the giveaway? You just when we announce it, which will
My-
be in 16 minutes.
We're all chatting about her name, and then Aaron's on to the next question. It's like, how do you get in on the giveaway, guys?
We went by a misunderstood word. So sorry.
I'm assuming
we
she
went
asked
blank.
the question before we actually did two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily going in chronological order.
Yes.
Oh,
But if you
so in 15 minutes, just put in the chat whether you want Marc's book, SP bracelet, bobblehead, or merch link. And if you get if you say merch, then you just go to the merch store and send us a link to the item you want. That's how it works.
There you go.
But you have to be randomly selected.
Yeah.
Okay, so Suppressive Sherry loves declared Dave. First super chat, which is crazy because we've seen Suppressed Cherry loves declared Dave in the chat a lot previously. So, okay. I found a listing from KSW Library selling the entire Hubbard collection. Are you familiar with KSW? I assume that means, are you familiar with KSW Library? Is it part of Scientology?
I don't know
No.
what that is.
It's like
But if they're selling
Craigslist.
something, it's not.
No. It's like Craigslist or like eBay, but just for Scientology stuff. Because I think they're trying to. I don't know how big of a deal it is now, but for a while, ASI, which is Authors Services
Inc.
Yeah, they are the ones that get the royalties from. Is it the royalties, Mike?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the royalties.
Anyway, to get the royalties for L. Ron Hubbard products that have been produced and are being sold. And they were buying any Scientology materials that were being put on eBay. And I don't know when they stopped, but they did stop. And I think they might. And if you're a Scientologist and you know about this, is it illegal? I know for a while they were saying it was sort of illegal for them to sell meters and stuff like that on eBay. Scientologists within Scientology. So if that's a thing, let us know. But I suspect a Scientologist made this buy and sell trade site to kind of get around the eBay thing.
Yeah. Okay, Fidoville says, I saw Prince William block Tom Cruise out also. Almost as many giggles as SPTV Mondays Live.
Nice.
Somebody in the chat, I started, but I'm just going to say it. They said that the best part of it is that Prince William was blocking TC out of a conversation they were having with some of the other stars from Mission Impossible.
Miles Teller, yeah.
No.
Oh, Top Gun, from Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Okay.
That's epic.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Sucks
love
to
that.
suck.
That's
All right, Cruise Mary. Can the IRS confiscate Scientology properties if the tax-exempt status is taken away?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
If they're fulfilling an assessment that they have gotten validly enforced, they can take property and assets and whatever in order to satisfy the assessment.
yeah.
Nice. Laura FM, thank you to all the SPs who
Wow.
showed up to the Laura FM
Yay.
Megan Anderson show Saturday. Had a
Yay.
blast. Here's a small donation for all the Jameson shots.
Nice. Good to see you, Laura.
Hi, Lara.
Yes. Hey, Laura.
It
That's
was
so wild.
It was absolutely awesome. Oh, and the show, she talked about Scientology, like, when you're talking to the audience, like, thanks to all my SP friends who are here tonight.
Nice.
It was fantastic.
That's
That's
awesome.
amazing. I just love that in this community, we are all like, we are SPs all the way. Like all the messages we've been receiving, they're like, I'm a never end, but I'm an SP and I'm proud of it.
Let's see here. Lathanda Grauklinger. I already have the tab for Claire's stream tomorrow open and notifications on. Am I an SPTV addict? Is there a group for that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Totally unnecessary, by the way, to keep that tab open. I just have to say it.
Well, no, because then it'll just come on. When it's on, it'll just start playing.
That's true. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to jump around so it's not. I'm trying to jump around so that the only super chats that get responded to aren't the ones that were made in like the first 15 minutes of the stream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did
I
you see
understand.
that? Did you see that StreamYard has a new feature where they're automatically starred?
Is that what's been happening?
Yes, I said
I thought
it.
one of you helpful little elves were in the chat doing it for
No.
me.
I know. I saw you comment on it twice, and I was like, note to self, I have to let Aaron know that this is a new feature, because he's like, is that you or Mark back there,
Yeah.
you sneaky elves starring the comments? I'm
Wow.
like, no, it's a new feature.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Yes.
That's actually brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, Destiny Salazar says, Mark, I rewatched my Scientology movie last night, and the story of Marty decking you from both you and his perspectives was enlightening. Was shooting that documentary what you expected?
No, it really wasn't. Louis Theroux is very unconventional the way he does things, but I do remember that part about because Louis never shot with Marty and myself in the same place ever once the whole entire movie. He kept us totally separate. And even though he'd be shooting with Marty on Wednesday and then I'd be shooting with him on Thursday and then he'd shoot with Marty again on Friday, and we were both in Los Angeles for the shooting, we never were there at the same time. So he built up this, he kind of got me to tell me him a bunch of Marty stories. And then obviously he sprung one of those on Marty, and it was very interesting how Marty responded. So anyway, it was cool.
Very cool. To the 4,700 people currently watching, we're doing our next giveaway in 8.5 minutes, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. Freck Uenko says, to Goldie, the best moderator on YouTube.
Yes.
Freck's about $80 deep, at least in super chats. this
Yeah.
evening.
Euros, 80
Yeah.
euros, dude.
80 euros. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yes.
It's euros even. My goodness.
Yes. Thank you, Freck, for being here. We appreciate
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Oh, here's a good one. Lisa GF. If the Lori Vallow trial could use the teachings of the LDS, what's the difference with using Scientology teachings in the Masterson trial?
Solid.
It's
There you
just
go.
Scientology moaning and whining about it.
Yeah,
So
because
now-
they have been used.
Yeah.
So now we got to find out if fake Bishop Gilroy wrote an angry letter to the judge in the Lori Vallow trial.
Yes.
I'm guessing he didn't.
I'm
he
guessing
did.
that too.
I don't think Utah's writing him any checks. Only Scientology.
Bishop for hire, LJ Gallo or Guillory. Okay, Eva Bandana finished BFG today. Loved it. All right, you read this. My light just went out. I'm gonna fix it.
Okay,
Can't
finish.
wait for Claire's book to be written and published. I'm your fan. Mike, you're next after Bareface Messiah. Aaron, your fans demand it. Thank you all for sharing your experiences. Awesome. Thank you, Eva. I'm working on mine now. I'm finally making some progress.
Nice.
Awesome. Oh, a Summer Sun, current Mormon here. I love SPTV. Thanks for the amazing work you all do. Have any of you ever listened to the LDS leaders directly? Complete opposite of DM. I mean, I haven't. I can't say that I have.
Well, I must say that the guy that they had on, who was representing the Mormon Church on the 60 Minutes piece, was very cool, calm. He got nailed a couple of times. You know, she asked him, "Well, what's with all the secrecy?" And he says, "Well, we consider it confidentiality." And she says, "What's the difference?" And he goes, "Well, like
It was a great question. I've never heard anybody say that, and you're like, that's a super good point.
but he was very, very it was interesting that they had someone that was willing to appear on 60 Minutes and be interviewed and answer the toughest questions that they could pitch. So yes, it was quite different than anything Scientology comes up with. because he was trying to make their case and say, we do all this good work, we spend all this money on this, we didn't consider it that, it's a matter of interpretation, etc., and came across as an intelligent, polite, proper sort of person. Not like Scientology does. They don't have any spokespeople to talk to anybody about anything. All they can do is send shit letters. That's it. They are reduced to sending paper threats.
Yeah.
They are the Karens, the Karen of religions.
Yes, that's perfect.
Who's the manager? I'm writing a strongly worded letter.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make up a bunch of bullshit while I do it.
Okay, so this brings up a follow-up question I wanted to touch on as well. I was gonna say sushiful, but that's not even close. Suishiful. Okay, as to who got Will Smith in Scientology, wasn't DJ Jazzy Jeff in Scientology, or did he come in because of Smith? I never heard of Jazzy Jeff being in.
No, I think it was Dougie Fresh.
Oh, Dougie Fresh.
It might have been Dougie Fresh. That's true. Dougie, I think it could have been Dougie Fresh and Tom Cruise could have tag teamed Will Smith. It could have been a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Easy, Mark.
Double teamed. Did I say I said tag teamed.
Yeah.
Not double teamed.
We'll have to ask the replay crew what they heard.
Okay. I thought it was a given that Tom Cruise got Will into Scientology, but Mike, you sounded like you weren't sure.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So doesn't mean it didn't. He didn't, but I'm not sure.
As we've already examined, statistically, Tom Cruise's record of getting people into Scientology is exceptionally poor.
Yeah. So it probably was Dougie Fresh.
Yeah.
Or it could have been,
right.
It could have been Isaac Hayes too.
Right. Maybe. Or Al Fraudy.
Or Al Fraudy.
Right.
Yeah. Alfredi Johnson.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, SPTV Tattoo Warrior. Hey, someone in the chat said my tattoo wasn't real, said it wasn't bloody enough. I tried to talk to them reasonably, but I ended by saying, I'm telling Goldie. He hasn't bothered me since.
For the record, we have, I think we're pretty sure we have pictures of like day 1, day 3, day 5, right? We've all received.
Oh, we have video from the tattoo session.
Yeah.
That's right.
We
Yes.
really do.
So yeah, it doesn't matter what anyone says. We've seen the footage.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, 3 minutes until the next giveaway. Denver Stevo says, Mark, does Harvey know that he's getting leaks from Scientology, or is TMZ an unwitting accomplice spreading gossip? Mike, blah, blah, blah. Osa smells like poo stuff.
I'm not sure that Harvey could not know.
No.
Because the slam dunks they've been on people have been, the timing has been really like precise, and the coincidence of how they got the footage and all of these things it would literally be like if they weren't in on it, then it wouldn't be able to happen the way it happened.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
It's a little weird. Bill Maher is pretty tough on Scientology, right?
Yep.
yeah.
And Harvey Levin is one of his best friends. And that, I mean, you can still have best friends that have different, interests and motivations, but that would really suck if Harvey was doing Scientology's bidding, which it seems he is, that sucks.
Yeah,
But on a brighter note, we hit 4,800. Sorry to cut you off, Mike. Yay!
Oh, yeah. but realize these guys, everything is just transactional.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that Harvey Levin loves Scientology. He loves the stories that they get. He loves having the inside access. So he'll play the game of spreading whatever bull that they provide, because they're going to come up with something else that's going to get him clicks. I mean, TMZ is the original kings of clickbait. That's their entire existence is built on that. Yeah. And it's just like everything else in that world. If you come up with something that's going to make you a bunch of money because you're getting tips from someone, they'll keep doing it and keep working at it and until it becomes not viable to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. Well, let's see. We have 30 seconds to do one here.
Yeah.
So Pat Shore says, Mark and Claire, you can so tell you two are married, just the way you talk and correct each other. You, Claire. Is Claire doing all the correcting?
Yeah. I'm just
Not generally.
I'm just shutting up now. I'm just not even. I'm like, I'm out. Just do whatever
Claire's-
you gotta do.
Claire's
Yes,
doing the
dear.
correcting. Go ahead. What? Sorry.
Yeah, my perspective on this is Mark had to call me sir and Mr. Headley for like 8 years, so it's perfectly okay for him to talk over me now.
That's right.
I'm good with that. It's okay.
I did
know
have to call him.
People get worked up, but I don't. So that's what matters.
If we were in an office where there were other Seaward members, I had to call her Mr. Headley, like around other people. And it was just like, someone's like, go ask. And I was like, oh, come on, you don't make me ask. And I'd be like, ugh. And I got to walk up to Mr. Headley, can we do that? And people are just like,
Amazing.
Yeah.
I was saying Claire does all the correcting. Mark does all the interrupting.
yes,
Oh, there you
this
go.
is true.
Yep.
Okay, guys.
Wow.
It is the next giveaway time.
It's Claire.
And you get to pick whether you want a bracelet, a book, a bobblehead, or merch.
Yep.
And
And
and when
so-
we say book, it's one of Mark's books.
Yes, that's right.
Blown for good.
Yep. Okay, so
you
here
guys
we go.
know what to do. Murder that live chat.
Oh my goodness. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I love it.
Bobblehead me. Joe Virus.
There we go. Joe Virus. Shoot me an email with your address, claire@blownforgood.com, and you will get a bobblehead.
All right. In those 5 seconds, we got 1,400 comments.
Nice.
Wow,
We're
how do
almost
you
up to
see that, by the way?
5,000.
How do you
So
see
the way
that?
the way you see it is to switch over to the starred comments instead of the live comments,
Yeah.
and it will give you a count of all the comments that have been made since you left that other live chat.
Oh,
Or
you
you
sneaky
know.
little devil.
Hey, I might have grown up in a cult, but I figured out a thing or two.
But you weren't born last weekend.
I was born in a cult, but not born last weekend. That's right.
There
I
you
love
go. Perfect.
it. That's got
By
to
the
go
way-
on. That's got to go on a shirt.
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
born in a
exactly.
cult, but not last week.
Yeah. By the way, just oh, that's amazing. I love it. By the way, I did an interview today with Andrew Gold, who I saw earlier was in the chat. I don't know if he's still here, but it was awesome, and it will be coming out in the next week or two. It was a great conversation.
Great.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love Andrew.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen how his channel's been blowing up? Subscribers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely bonkers.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Chris Curtin says, what is on a Church of Scientology channel? Game shows, soap operas, news, documentaries, etc., or just Scientology hate videos and BS? I will be in court tomorrow. Awesome.
Wow. Nice.
The only thing that's on the Scientology channels is the same videos that they show in their organizations. It's not there. Is there some original? There's some long form documentary style content, but it's the same stuff that you can see on their website. It's the same stuff you can see in their buildings. It's not.
Yep.
They're certainly not doing any live Q&As.
Nope.
No.
No.
No,
No,
it's
David
all-
Miscavige has entirely removed the human element when
Yeah.
bringing new people into Scientology. He envisions that you should be able to put somebody in front of a screen, and that will turn them into a Scientologist.
Yeah. Lots of lens flare and stylized lighting and shafts of light.
Yeah, I mean, Christy and I try and watch it every now and then because it happens to be number 3 on our channel thing.
Yeah.
So, like, there's some, I am a Scientologist videos, and there's some guy who's a lighting contractor, and he's like talking. The only thing he ever said in the whole thing was, I did a danger formula. L. Ron Hubbard has these conditions, and that really, and all the rest of it is glamour shots. He's in Vegas, and he installs lighting in like high-end stores. So it's all glamour shots of Caesar's Palace and the new, Hermes store in the shops at the gallery and all these stage things of guys in hard hats putting up lights and this and that, and you go, what does this have to do with Scientology? Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and they do these ones about the ideal orgs, the ideal org in Melbourne, Australia, and you learn more about Australian rules football than you do about Scientology in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
You literally there's I don't think there's a video that I've seen that tells you anything about Scientology. They just want to show that people in Scientology are rich, or people are successful, or people are happy,
we
or
have a
people
lot
are
of
beautiful,
buildings.
and even the ideal org thing, it doesn't, I never realized this until this term thing came up. We always, in Scientology, if you're not a Sea Org member, or you're not a staff member, you're called a public. That's what they call Scientologists. They're called public. And when you're in the Sea Org, everything you do is for the public Scientologist. And outside of Scientology, that term doesn't make any sense. It's such a weird thing to call them. So just recently, we've been calling them civilian Scientologists.
Yeah.
Because that more communicates they're not a Sea Org member or they're not a staff member. But this ideal org, it also is a weird thing. Like what there, it doesn't mean anything outside of Scientology. So they talk like it does, and it's so out pointy to use the Scientology term.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what out pointy means either.
Yeah. Well, speaking of terms, when I was talking with Andrew, I was like, so yeah, it was really hard as a child growing up in Scientology because you have all this language stuff. And he was like, well, what's an example? And I said, oh, like the adults would say to us all the time, don't be banky. And, defining that, it's essentially for the people listening who are like, oh, what the heck did you just say? It's a reference to the reactive mind, reactive bank in Scientology. It's really like telling a child, hey, stop acting out. But in Scientology, it's like, don't be banky. Well, that went over well.
Yeah, very exciting. Guess you had to be there.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right,
Oh, my
Rain.
goodness.
Rain Virus says it's Joe Virus's birthday. Happy birthday, baby!
Hey,
Yeah,
happy
oh,
birthday,
that's
Joe
that's-
Virus.
That's who I picked for the bobblehead, Joe Virus. It's his birthday.
Oh,
oh,
nice.
good job, Claire.
Hey,
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
I
Good
have
pick.
Epic picking skills.
We've been
apparently.
we did something like that last week as well.
Yeah,
Claire
I
picked
picked-
I picked the PI.
yeah.
The
Exactly.
XPI, I should say.
Claire
yeah.
is really good at the picking.
Yay.
Okay, Fidoville.
Less on the jokes.
Fidoville, I can't wait to buy the new SPTV mouse pads and mugs with the four of you. When will they be available in the merch store?
Well,
Soon. We'll do a lot. We'll mention
yeah.
it in a live when everything's ready to go live.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, My Cat's 8-Year Socks says, Mike, I just finished your book, my first Audible book. Awesome book. I'm building an SPTV Audible playlist.
nice.
Wonderful.
Very cool.
Love it.
And Scarlet Begonias says, if you're not subscribed to Mike Rinder, please do so. Almost at 25,000.
Wow, he's
Yay.
catching me now.
Awesome.
So
Yep.
wait, didn't you guys pass a milestone this week?
We
Marc and
got
Claire?
we got over 30K.
Yep.
Nice. Very cool. Let's see. Mike, could you please say huge?
Huge.
Oh, Holly Lewis says, I did that for you guys. I talked to the StreamYards guys 2
Yeah, I
Sundays ago on
started
their
that
live.
one.
Holly, is that true? Well, I bet that she really did bring that up.
Yeah,
on
I
the
bet
live.
she
Yeah.
did too.
Wow.
And it is an amazing feature. It makes it so much easier to not stress about having missed somebody.
That's awesome. Var Rich says,
Oh,
first
shit, yeah.
comment.
I'm at 24,930.
Oh, guys,
come on. We
gotta
gotta
get
pass,
over to
we gotta
Mike's
pass
channel.
up a milestone
70.
on this
Nice.
live. Yes, come on now. 4,800 people here. Whoever hasn't subscribed, jump on over and
Yeah,
subscribe.
if he got 100, if what 48? If 100 out of 4,800 people went and subscribed over on Mike's channel, he'd hit 25,000. Come on, get up.
There you
Get on
go.
that.
First comment ever. You guys are all becoming like family to me. Love the SPTV network from Chilliwack, British Columbia.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Nice. And I'm just checking out the stats real quick on number of likes. If you are one of the 700 people watching on my channel who haven't hit that like button, it's free and easy and it helps. Please hit that like button. How about you guys? Do you see any? Anyway, whatever channel you're watching on, hit that like button.
Yeah.
Oh, I already went up 34.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
964.
Heck yeah.
Nice. That's amazing. So you're almost there.
Yep.
Oh, this is funny. D-Bomb is 59 says, OMG, would it be too much to ask for one of you delicious people to call me when you go live? Jeepers, I still have cookies. I don't get the cookies reference.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Oh, okay. You're just laughing to be polite?
Yeah. I mean, I like cookies, so I'm laughing, like, yum, cookies. I'll call for cookies.
Nice. Okay, Debo says, having the time of my life witnessing the inevitable collapse of Scientology because of all of you amazing humans. Claire, you're a freaking rock star, sis.
Yay,
Clap, clap, clap,
thank
clap,
you.
clap, clap.
We love having you here. We appreciate it. You guys all motivate us to keep going.
Here's a funny one.
25,001.
Boom.
Boom!
Dang, there you
Yay.
go, guys. Way to
Wow,
respond.
that was amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You answered.
Hey,
2 minutes.
We can
Hey.
count on you. You're
Yeah.
amazing.
By the way, you can click subscribe on the Blown for Good channel too, folks. Holy moly already.
Ah, that's funny.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mike wins the
I love it.
SPTV subscriber birthday game of the day.
Yes. Skadoosh.
Mike, your CSW for Libs has been approved.
Excellent.
Meaning you can have a day off for anyone who's like, what the heck did she just say?
The Copper Mustache, was Tom Cruise trying to recruit the new king and the queen? I got to tell you, if Tom Cruise even tried that, it would probably be one of the most destructively bad PR things he could do for Scientology.
He'd probably
too
end up in
scared
an
to do that.
episode of Locked Up Abroad.
Yeah. He won't even let a reporter talk to him about Scientology. What's he going to do with the king and the queen?
Yeah, come on now.
Oh, this answers a question. Declared Dave loves Suppressive Sherry, says Suppressive Sherry loves Declared Dave is my better half.
Oh,
Remember, I said
yes.
they're already in the chat before. I didn't
Yes.
realize it was.
Yeah, I get it.
Post.
That's funny. That's
Look at their
funny.
logo.
I
Oh,
love
that's
DS.
amazing.
Declared
That's
Dave.
amazing.
Suppressive Sherry.
Dave and Sherry. Love
They
it.
even have their own logo. What is going
Yeah.
on? Is hers a reverse of the colors? I wonder. They
I
probably
bet it
are.
is.
They probably
I bet
inverted the
I bet
colors.
it's upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Pretty good.
Tess Forbes says, an Australian here, and I'm with you. No fan club names, please. That must be for Mike.
Nice.
We don't get to pick. The fans pick. It's like a mob mentality.
Yeah.
Yes. Tony Lynn Packus says, hey, Aaron, you sound like an attorney to the best of your knowledge. Claire, ...
He's been hanging out in that courtroom so much.
He has.
Yep.
I could
Yep.
tell. You
Rub 'em
actually are, Aaron. You're saying things
I
that
know.
you hear to the best of your knowledge, Claire.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
one of my favorite clients uses the word allegedly all the time, and I just love it. She's like, well, allegedly. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Oh, this is a great suggestion. Duchess of Chug, I want merch that says Mark's what?
That was a really good imitation.
Do I do that?
What?
What?
Yeah, it looks like that.
Do you
did
do
it.
that?
Yeah, or the other one is, oh my goodness.
Oh, this one's cracking me up. Jennifer L. couldn't figure out how to do a super chat on Mark or Mike's channel.
What?
What? Why is that funny?
Aaron, you're taking way too much pleasure out of this
Yeah.
comment. I just wanted
What?
to note for the record.
The only channel I can figure it out on is Aaron's channel. But it's done the exact same way on all the channels.
It's YouTube. It's 100. Maybe can you do a super chat if you're not a subscriber?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so. I don't know. I've
That
never
is
actually
just
tested that, but
Too goddamn funny. Okay. This ought to lead to some jokes. Pamela Crawford, I know what out 2D is, but why is it called that? What a good question.
yeah,
Clip.
that is a good question.
Go
So,
ahead, expert witness.
second dynamic. So in Scientology, you have 8 dynamics. That's your 8 urges towards survival across various different things. First is yourself. Second is your urge towards survival, the creativity dynamic. So it's as your family, including activities with your partner and everything else. So anything that is not constructive to that, for example, solo 2D assist would be considered out 2D. Having interactions with somebody other than your partner is out 2D. Out in Scientology means not or against or a violation of the rules kind of thing. That's how I would say it. Open to comments.
Perfect. Yeah. Love
There
it.
you go.
I like having an expert witness on hand, and we can just
Yep.
any of the
Just sit
technical.
back.
Yeah, Mike's done it a few times now, and I'm like, he's like, expert witness.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Thank you, boys, for letting me talk. Appreciate it.
I like it. I like it.
Scared of whiz bangs. I feel like I should know what a whiz bang is. What is
It's
it?
just like a thingamajigger or a whatchamacallit.
Oh,
Watch your mouth. Okay. Hi from Monument, Colorado. Thanks to all of you for educating so many of us on this religion. And Aaron for the court news. Am learning so much. Very cool.
yeah, you've been doing amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I haven't
job,
watched a
Aaron.
whole lot, and I haven't been keeping up to date, but I've been seeing a lot of comments, and I've seen little clips here and there, and it's very informative and very good.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Yep.
Okay, William Tubb. I heard Church of Scientology is negotiating for a building in New York City for a new ideal org. It fits their criteria: big, old, ugly, and empty. Trump Tower. Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
50% of the chat just went, what?
Exited.
Oh shit.
And the other
No.
50% went, yeah.
It's okay. We're here to talk about Scientology. We'll stay on.
All right. Because I'm reading the chat and I'm like, there's no way they're looking for a new ideal organ.
I know.
Okay. Can I buy an SP bracelet?
Yes. Go to
Yes.
the spshop.com.
Oh my gosh, I have to just read this comment. Jeff Hawkins is in the house, and he just put up this super chat, which I'm sure you were going to get to, but he said, I never heard any Scientologist say out 3D.
That's true.
Brilliant.
Or out 1D.
Yeah.
Or out
Yeah.
4D.
That's
It's
100%
true.
true.
It is unique to the second dynamic.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
to be fair, Claire, on one of her Where's Shelley interviews, has a blockbuster secret that is going to come out about David Miscavige that no one has ever heard before.
Yep.
Was it that peanut butter incident with the dog?
No.
It wasn't and it wasn't that shampoo bottle thing in the shower either. It was a total different thing.
I'm definitely going to clip that one into a short. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
To answer the actual comment that was made previously, you can get your SP bracelet at the spshop.com, where 100% of the proceeds go to the Aftermath Foundation. So
Yes, that's
there
right.
you go. Super fantastic. Our next and final giveaway is in 12 minutes.
Woohoo.
And man, these live streams really go by super fast.
They do. So much
Like-
fun.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. James Moynihan. The church here in Ireland is a community center. They hold Irish dance contests. Is this a common tactic now to get people in the door? They're actually holding dance contests for non-Scientologists in the Irish org building?
Oh, Aaron, you haven't seen these? They're doing Star Wars costume contests. They're doing
They're doing
the
face
most
painting.
Yeah.
They're doing anything that they can think of to possibly get anybody into the building so that they can be swarmed by the Regis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like anything.
These
Easter egg hunts.
Rocky's game parking. Sir, would you like to use the bathroom?
Come and watch the NBA playoffs. Watch the World Cup. What, like, it's just anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Jennifer's come back with some new information. When I sent the previous super chat, the bar with the money figures at the top was not there on Mike and Mark's channel, but it's there now. You laughed so hard you didn't see. Oh, did I not read the whole chat?
Yeah,
I
she
want
wanted
an AA team mug. Absolutely. In fact, we might have to use the cool little black A-team van slightly changed for copyright reasons, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Or who knows, maybe the van isn't copyrighted. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I absolutely love the AA team. I think that's
perfect. And we
fantastic.
already have Clara has done some AA team versions. So we'll do a van version.
Yep.
But yeah, there you go.
That'd be so cool.
Coming
All right.
soon, folks.
Wendy Fisher says King Charlie is now officially the supreme governor of the Church of England. Might be hard to convert him to the dark side now. Yeah, totally. Ms. Pillow, Aaron's Danny Masterson trial coverage is absolutely the best. Will there be more this week in court about the leak or anything else while the jury is deliberating? So I'm sure we will hear more about the leak. 100%. And guys, if you're in the LA area and you want to come to closing statements tomorrow, it's going to be a packed house. So if you're planning on being there, I would suggest coming early. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh my God. Sarah S. For the love of Xenu, let Claire talk more, guys.
What?
She's been
Thank you,
talking the
Sarah.
most.
Yeah, she said more than anybody here.
Yeah.
I beg to differ.
Nobody beats Aaron.
We'll do a word count. Yeah, that's gonna be disproven very quickly. But that's okay. I like this new format where you say, "Okay, go ahead, Claire. You have the floor. I'll take it."
Go ahead, expert witness. In fact,
Expert
we should
witness.
just need to create you a name tag
Expert
on your block
witness.
that says expert witness.
Yeah, there you go. That will drive David Miscavige utterly bonkers.
Oh, absolutely. Declare Dave loves suppressive Sherry is back. I have this 800 plus tome from the 90s that is a strangely familiar Jesus on a Cliff. That's Mark from the Scientology
Nice.
handbook. And then there's this
Yes.
cash register.
Yes.
Is Claire in the book?
No. It's also Mark. I have
I'm
a
in
copy
the
of it right over
overts
there.
and withhold
Bust it out.
section.
Go get it, Claire.
Yeah.
I'm in the overts and withhold section, and I take some money out of the cash register, and then I'm like, that boss is such a prick. And and then they're like, oh, he took the money. But yeah, I played
that's
Jesus as
I
well.
literally have it right here. Hold on.
I was going to
Give me
do a
minute.
scan of it because it's pretty awesome.
Okay, good. We'll
Oh,
look
Claire's
at this.
going to try. There I am. Yeah, that's a pretty good picture of me. Just getting a little cash, and I'm like,
Oh my
yeah, that
God.
boss. That's Tony Cifarelli. This is a guy I used to work with.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Here.
It's what's it called? Go over. Integrity.
Integrity and honesty.
That's from the Scientology handbook, where I was also Jesus. I'm standing on a cliff, and I got a big old beard.
Mike, do you
And,
have it in your library behind you? The Scientology handbook?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I've got different versions.
It's
of it.
hard to find though. Oh,
Let's
he's
see.
gonna find
Well,
it.
well,
I don't
give
know.
Mike a
This is
sec.
this is the new one.
Well, it's
And I
okay.
don't think it's
Oh,
in that one.
And
Mark
I
wouldn't have
think-
been in the old
wasn't it-
one.
Wasn't
No,
it,
no,
Was it
they-
Scientology handbook or what is Scientology?
There's no one in Scientology. That's one of the booklets that's.
The Jesus
Let me
one I
just look
thought
at-
was what is Scientology? No.
no, I
Oh, the
think it's
Jesus one is what is Scientology. I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Integrity and honesty. Let's see.
Oh, he's looking in the Scientology handbook. Yeah,
Uh-oh,
That's
Mark.
me.
Your audio's
I'm-
messing up.
yeah, I know. I'm out. I'll be back.
All right, so let's keep going
those-
while Mike looks for that
It's
one.
those dreaded BTs in the basement.
Yeah. Did anyone else hit their SP
Oh yeah,
bingo
here you
card
are
out?
in full living color, Mark.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go. Look at
nice.
that.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, there I am. Blow-offs.
Yeah. See, isn't that
That's-
fitting? Like blown.
that's what it
for
says,
good is
blow-offs
in the section
is
on
right.
blow-offs.
That's why Mark blew.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'm in the book.
Yep.
Here's the old what is Scientology. You might be in.
We're looking for the Jesus one.
Oh yeah. No, I'm definitely in the old one. Oh no,
Oh,
that's
look
the
at these
1970s one.
Delta-filled-
But
Oh
that
my
one has
God.
the same. That one has the same picture in it, Mike. It's just the old version of it. That photo, that book that Mike has, all of those pictures were taken by L. Ron Hubbard.
I know, and they're so
Yep.
horrible.
Yeah.
But guys, where would the Jesus photo be?
It's in the new What is Scientology handbook.
Yeah.
Okay. Got that one too.
Oh shoot! I
Wait,
can't
is it
believe
What
he
is
has every.
Scientology or Scientology handbook?
I don't
think
know.
it's-
I don't
think it's
remember.
What is Scientology?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I think it is
Because it
too.
was a
The
photo
history
shoot of all of the religious leaders
Yep.
over the ages, and the point being that Hubbard is the pinnacle of all those. No offense intended to all the other people. This is Scientology's positioning on the subject.
Yeah, I was standing below the Scientologist, and I was Jesus.
Yeah. It wasn't even Hubbard, right? It was just a random Scientologist.
It was Kenny Siebold.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, I think it might have been Uwe. I can't remember. They
I'll
photoshopped
be
a
there
new one in.
second.
Oh yeah,
The price
Mike's
section, yeah.
Mike's gonna find it.
We'll see. Did anyone else get their SPTV bingo card out? I'm going for a full blackout.
Nice. Go, Melissa.
Oh, look, Carol says it's my experience that you have to be subscribed for at least 5 minutes to do a super chat.
Oh,
Okay. Well, that would explain why
Mm-hmm.
the person, I can't remember if it was he or she, but went back and then it was able to do it.
That's right.
Truth revealed.
Yeah, get your subscription button pressed and get the bell notification icon. Otherwise, you're not going to see this amazing picture of me as Jesus.
Yeah, well, you may be not seeing it anyway.
I'm going to have to find it now.
Yeah, we have a picture of you with the beard.
Oh, that's
from
right.
Jesus
I have the
shoot.
beard. I still had the beard.
Because they put on a fake beard for the shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because I had a giant, it was a really big. Oh, I also had long hair too. And
yeah.
so because I had done the shoot and it took all the time to do the makeup and everything, I was like, well, as long as you spend all that, it took like 2-3 hours for them to make me up like this. And I was like, as long as we're done with the shoot and, I don't want to sit around in a chair while you undo all this right now. Let me just wear it around. So I was just driving around the property on a motorcycle, just like Jesus.
Yeah, we should do a whole episode, honey, on just all your appearances in the Scientology materials, like the Dianetics billboards.
Oh, yeah.
When life becomes a battleground, your mind is your best weapon, and it featured Marc.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Lori Plays says Mike is like an older brother. Mark and Claire are kid, bro, and sis, and Aaron is the son I had at puberty.
Nice.
Oh,
Is it me?
oh, look at that! He delivered.
That's 100%. That's me. And it is
Yeah.
Kenny Siebold.
Which one
I
is
think.
you?
Jesus.
In the white robes.
In
Yeah.
the white?
The third down from
Yeah.
the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Close up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah, it's
100%
definitely-
me.
Technology,
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. We'll get a scan and we'll do an episode. I'll tell the whole story about how we drove
Yeah.
up to Big
Scientology
Bear
handbook.
and
You were right, Aaron. It's the Scientology handbook, not
Yeah.
what is Scientology.
oh, that's why he couldn't find it in the
Yep.
the other one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
My bad.
Anyway, yeah. We stopped at a gas station in Big Bear and Moses and Jesus and Zoroaster and all these Muhammad and all these dudes got out of these Nissan. What were they? What were the red Nissans?
Sentras.
Yeah, the Nissan Sentras. We all these religious we had robes, everything. It's that picture. All those dudes were in two red Nissan Sentras. We stop at this little gas station and we get out. You should have seen there was this biker dude that was right at one of the pumps, and he was just like, I swear, I was like, that dude thinks he is so high right now.
That's amazing. Goldie says the chat loves the ginger broad.
Yeah,
Oh.
of course.
Yay.
That's great. Bison5360 just wanted to say hi to the four of you awesome people and to the awesome people in the chat.
Yay. Oh, there's Bison 5360 that
Yeah.
won the other week that did
Yeah.
not win before, by the way.
Yeah,
For the record.
100% did.
Did
Yeah,
not.
Just knew it.
She emailed me and I'm like, Don't listen to Mark. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Okay, our next giveaway is in 60 seconds.
Whoa.
D-Bomb is 59 clarified. Aaron was grumpy the other day, so I said it sounds like he needed a cookie. Love seeing you guys talking about how bad Scientology is embarrassing themselves as of late. Yes.
Yep.
And we're all going to get this reference now. Keep it up, yins, guys, says
Hey,
Brittany Carey. That's a Pittsburgh reference, right, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Thanks for educating us culties that were
Ding,
born in
dang,
cults.
yinzers.
Now we're getting smarter in our old age. Woohoo!
Nana X8 just finished Barefaced Messiah. Also read Mike's book, Mark's book, and Leah's book. Can't wait for Claire's.
Yes. I just started listening to Barefaced Messiah again, just because it's been, a hot minute, like 16 years, and it's fascinating.
It really is.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, Peggy Cole says, I just subscribed. I have to go. Haven't seen my chat read yet, though. Well, there you go.
Oh. Well.
But now I'm wondering if it's another chat that wasn't read.
It's okay. Don't overthink it. We can only do as whatever we do in the time we have. But
check this out.
It's giveaway
There it
time.
is. There
Giveaway
it
time.
is. How do I hide this one? Hold on. I
Hide
don't
current
know. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Who's got the honors?
I'm doing it. No.
No, I already did one last time. It's Mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, you ready, guys? Get in there and get some of that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Flippity flippity flop. Flippity flippity flop. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and oh, come on. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to get into at least 7. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Here we go. And skadoosh. I hit it.
This is what happened to me last week.
Oh my god. I 100%.
You have to
did
do
it go?
like you mean it.
Put some stank on it.
I did.
Yep.
I mean, I've clicked it like 4 times now.
there you go.
There we go.
Okay,
Signed to
Danny Crook. I'd
a
love one of your
salt-loving
books,
cracker
please.
crook.
Signed to Danny, a salt-loving cracker crook. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Don't take that down. I got to write that down.
Oh, it's preserved in here. Here you go. There's your poosh. I got a screenshot. Done.
Okay, great.
There you go. Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome, guys. How many did we
Nice.
do on our little chat ratio?
2,800 comments.
Nice. That's
Wow.
good. 2,800 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Awesome.
Good, good, good.
Sorry, it's slowing down. I'm gonna close these other windows. I am my I think my
My StreamYard is broken too. I
yeah.
don't think it's
I
just
think
you.
I think we might be pushing StreamYard to its
To
limits
its
here,
limits.
guys.
Yeah, I know. I just have all I can see on my live column right now is a repeating super chat from diminutive Miss Scabbage that says, "So enjoy your Mondays live," and I can see it like 9 times.
Wow.
Well, I'm looking for it in the starred section. I don't see it at all.
That's so strange. Well, at least
Yeah.
I read
If
it
you
out.
see it, go ahead and click on it real quick.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. I went back. So I went back and I went into the start
Oh,
and
there it
came
is.
back and now it's gone. There we go.
Diminutive
There
Miss
you go.
Cabbage. So enjoy your Mondays live. Well, all right, everyone. That is the end of our Mondays live. Tune in next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll song,
Subscribe.
click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, oh, Dandy Mama, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe